A federal judge has struck down President Biden's vaccine and mask mandates for the Head Start federal preschool programs. Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich helped lead the charge against this, and he joins us now. Great to see you, sir. Obviously, this was a big win for you.
It was a big win for the rule of law and the Constitution. Thank you for having me on, Ashley. And look, one of my colleagues, Jeff Landry, down in Louisiana, helped lead this charge. And I was proud to be part of that coalition because it is so important to continue to push back against the overreach and these unconstitutional mandates that are coming from the Biden administration. I mean, literally, it seems like every day there's some new unconstitutional action where he's double downing, you know, like a degenerate gambler. He's doubling down, and he's gambling with our individual rights and liberties and shredding the Constitution in the process.
While I have you here, Attorney General, I wanted to talk about the issue of busing migrants to other cities across the country. Arizona has been a part of that program, but now we have those on the left crying and screaming and saying this is putting the migrants' lives at risk. How would you respond to that?
Well, anybody that knows about the situation at the southern border appreciates, one, that every state is now a border state, and it really is the height of hypocrisy for, you know, all these, you know, liberal elites that didn't seem to have a problem with all the people illegally entering our country, you know, millions, records amount, didn't have a problem with fentanyl flooding into our country and the price of a fentanyl pill falling from $20 to $5. But all of a sudden, you know, 50 migrants show up at Martha's Vineyard, or they show up in New York and D.C., and now we have a problem. Look, border states have been dealing with this for a long time, the failure of the Biden administration, and it really is absurd to think that none of them had a problem when Joe Biden was doing midnight flights or, you know, booking hotel rooms for illegal migrants. Right. But all of a sudden now 50 show up, and now we have a crisis.
Well, and what's really, I think, the most galling thing of that is that they're saying that it's threatening migrants' lives, but their very actions is threatening all of those migrants' lives because they're encouraging them to take very dangerous journeys to come into this country illegally in many cases.
Yeah, the Biden administration decriminalized and actually incentivized people to break the law to come here illegally. Look, I'm a first-generation American. I know why people want to come here, but what Joe Biden and the Democrats have done is they're shredding the rule of law, they're shredding the Constitution, and they're undermining the very reason why people want to come here in the first place. I think the Democrats are making a major mistake because if they think that these people coming into the country want more socialism and they want more oppression, they're not going to vote for the Democrats. And fundamentally, we as a country need to understand that this isn't even really about immigration. It's about empowering the cartels. And when you see what the cartels, what they're charging people, how they exploit people, how they're raping young women and young girls, you say to yourself, shame on the Democrats that all of a sudden now think somehow it's a problem when someone's going from, you know, Phoenix to Chicago. And I get it. I mean, you know, Chicago, because of Mayor Lightfoot, is becoming, you know, not the city that it once was, let's say. But that's not the problem. These people are being exploited, the cartels are making money, and America's less safe because of Joe Biden and the Democrats.
I think we'll leave it there, but point made. Attorney General Mark Brnovich of Arizona, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you,
Appreciate it very much.